breaking news coming in. Now, Karnataka CM Basavaraj Bommai's first reaction on Lokayukta is in. He said, I will discuss the matter with the Advocate General and decide further course of action. Can't say anything without seeing the judgment.
ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಎಜಿ ಅವರನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ವಿವರ ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ವಿವರಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್.
Now I join my colleague Harish Upadhyay on the phone. Harish, it's clear there that they want to take some time to decide, because now they're caught between a rock and a hard place. When the ACB was formed in 2016 and the BJP was in opposition, they wanted the Lokayukta to be strengthened and they wanted all those powers to rest with the Lokayukta. Now that they are in power and the Karnataka High Court has scrapped the ACB, now they are of course a little hesitant about protesting against that and really trying to make some key strategic decisions. We already know the kind of backfooting that the current government and especially Basavaraj Bommai is on.
Just spot on. In fact, it's not a mere administrative decision. This will be a political one as well. The state is heading into election the next 8 months. This government is battling corruption charges. At such a time, opposing openly, empowering the Lokayukta would not send a right message to the electorate. At the same time, would the government want to risk having an empowered Lokayukta if it acts on its own and if it acts against any of these ministers? Then we've already seen the BJP between 2008 and 2013 suffering because of a Lokayukta probe and eventually changing 3 chief ministers and going out of power. Would they want to risk it? So more than an administrative decision, it's a political decision that will have to be made. That will be on the mind of Basavaraj Bommai on whether they want to challenge it in the Supreme Court or would they want someone else to approach the Supreme Court and challenge it there. These are things that perhaps in the next few days the government would contemplate. But the High Court very categorical there, saying that the ACB should be abolished. All the cases need to be transferred to the Lokayukta and the Lokayukta's police powers will be restored.
All right, let's also go across to Ritu, who joins us from Karnataka. Ritu, now, of course, the main talking point is, will Basavaraj stay or go? In the midst of all this, when this question is also on his mind, how high does this rank on his list of priorities? Of course, a big problem.
Yes, so in a major development to, in fact, strengthen the Lokayukta, this decision has been made from the Karnataka High Court. In fact, in the order, it has said that the Lokayukta has done a tremendous work and has also created a history when it comes to its work. It has not spared most of the ministers, the MLAs or the officials, the authorities, in fact. Now, with that, the ACB, who had taken over this work of corruption-related cases, is very rarely been seen that they have taken any action against the ministers or MLAs for that matter. Only authorities are the ones who had come under the scanner. So with all this, the High Court, in fact, says that it's with the Lokayukta who has done that good work, and thus they have to get their power back, and all the cases that have been taken over by the ACB, the files has to be sent back to the Lokayukta, so that, because we have also seen previously how Lokayukta has functioned and how many ministers had come under the scanner with that leading in the state. But yes, of course, with the BJP now how likely of looking after this High Court order is saying that they will discuss this in the state cabinet for that matter, and will see of what kind of a step that they have to take, because it's previously as well in their election manifesto too, they had discussed this and had spoken about the more how to strengthen the Lokayukta further. But also you see the opposition who had said that they were unlikely that any of that kind of a step that was being seen from the state government. But of course, it's to the now to the BJP what a step that they are going to decide whether they want to take a stay challenging the High Court, or there will be another way that they will come ahead.
Thank you, Ritu, for bringing us those details. And speaking of that